Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. And today my guest is Ariane Poole. Ariane is a celebrity makeup artist. She is a good friend of ours in 60 and Me. We've done lots of fun makeup and beauty videos together. And today we're going to talk about makeup as relates to something that's on the mind of a lot of women in their 60s. And that is gray hair. All right, Ariane. So I'm hedging my bets here, and my hair is completely gray.
Yeah.
But I do a little bit of a blondie thingy tinty.
Yeah.
But what about women who've decided they're going to go gray and they just don't quite know what to do with makeup? It's their hair and now their skin tone has changed.
Well, most women who are going like that salt and pepper gray, they had darker hair to start off with. So what's happening is not only is their hair fading, i.e. going gray, but their skin tone's fading as well. Mm-hmm. And what happens there, one of two things. One, they either stick with their old makeup routine and then they look almost invisible. And that can also happen with women that are blonde and they've gone gray, the same as you have, because you are blonde and you've gone that sort of, it's almost like a beautiful whitish, snowy kind of color, which is platinum.
Platinum
blonde. There you are. You're
I like
platinum
that.
blonde.
I'm a platinum blonde. Who would have thought?
There you go. Right. So your makeup, if it stays in those neutral kind of tones, you end up looking like that you don't exist. You look invisible. And that's why so many women that I talk to when I do my talks, they say, oh, I feel I look that I'm invisible. Well, yes, because you're kind of making yourself invisible by using those neutrally kind of shades. Right. Now, I know that you're not doing that because we've talked about doing, using color and things like that. So what you want to do is you don't want to go too crazy with bold colors because that looks too much. So using colors on you, for example, you've got those gorgeous purpley kind of colors, purples and grays. Mm-hmm. Fantastic for women who are going gray. Great combination of colors, really sensational. Another great color for the eyes are sort of charcoaly shades. They're not as heavy or as aggressive as black, but they have that punch. So if you're somebody more salt and pepper, you do want that punch still because you've got probably dark brows. So you want it a little bit punchy. So charcoal gray, great option. Okay. Then we can look at navy blue. Navy blue is one of my favorite ones on everybody, because anybody that is going gray or even is getting older, the really dark navy, and I'm talking like that really almost like a blue blacky navy.
Sapphire blue, almost midnight blue.
Midnight blue, perfect. That's great. Yeah. Midnight blue, rather than a bright blue or sort of like a mid blue. That doesn't look good on anybody.
Let me stop you there for a second, Ariane, because we actually had a little chat about this when we were talking about spring, and we had several comments from women in the community saying that they have blue eyes, so I didn't think I could wear blue eyeliner. Would you recommend women with blue eyes to not go with blue, stay with more charcoal black?
If they want their eyes to pop a little bit more, go for the charcoal. Go for like a gray color or even a purple, like a deep plummy purple. That would be really, really nice. Okay. If you want them to look more of a softer blue, then you can use the navy blue. Navy blue on brown or hazel eyes, sensational. Also on green eyes, really, really good. But if you're concerned that you want your blue eyes to stand out more, I would go for maybe a charcoaly gray.
That's great. Perfect.
Perfect. Good question. Good. Right. And then the other thing as we get older and we're going gray, we need blush. Okay. We don't want just bronzer because bronzer makes you look really flat and tired. So a pop of color, a pinky kind of color, a corally color. So a pinky kind of color, not too pink. We're not talking about you see that? Okay.
No, that looks yellow to me.
Oh, sorry. It is a pink.
There. Come down. Perfect. Come down a bit. There? Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, sorry, I went too high to the light. A pinky kind of color. Yeah. Or maybe hold on, let me open this one up. Maybe like more of a dusty rose kind of color.
Down. Yes.
There.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a dusty rose color. Something like that. Because the beigey colors, again, make you look drawn. Corals can look nice depending on your skin tone as well. So really corally colors. And then we get to lips. Beigey lips. And I don't know, you don't have a beige there to show anybody, but
no, I don't.
Well, if you did, it just beige lips just make you look like you have no mouth or nothing going on. So a pop of color. They may not want to go as bold as you've gone for as the red, but something like a pink. If you're somebody who wore like a nude, go for a
Yeah.
a nude maybe with a bit of pink in it, or a pink with a little bit of a brownie undertone if you're too frightened. But I think that the coral shades, the pinky tones, the reds look sensational. It lifts your face. It's almost like you've had like a rush of energy to yourself.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
your natural glow. It's like when you're excited about something and
yeah,
your life is full of,
yeah,
interesting things, you tend to blush and your lips get color.
yeah,
I must mention my lips though, because I don't normally wear red, and we were kind of experimenting and thought, well, we'll try red, and I actually quite like it. But I think that I think there's something here about being bold with
yeah.
colors and having fun with makeup.
I think you need to step out of your sort of comfort zone. Okay,
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day with blue lips, like blue lipstick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's stepping out of your comfort zone, but maybe a little bit extreme. I'm saying, do it in little baby steps. Don't
Yeah.
go crazy, because experiment, but be realistic. Don't go nuts. But I think that red on you, Margaret, looks
Oh, thank you.
fabulous. I really do.
I can't really see it too well, but I'm gonna have a look. But I think what you've said. I mean, not to be too philosophical about this interview, because I think that we want to get practical.
Yeah,
But I do think that what you said at the very beginning about being invisible is really important. Is that when you get gray hair? I mean, actually, a lot of women love their gray hair. I mean,
yeah.
we always have this conversation, and it's like 50-50. Like, never will I go back, and never will I dye my hair. So, but I think that when you start getting gray, you start thinking, oh well, that's it. I'm kind of old. And unless you really embrace your gray with,
Well,
makeup and stuff, it's
absolutely. There's a couple of
stretch.
people that I know that have gray hair. One's a presenter, one's another makeup artist, and they embrace their gray hair,
Yeah.
and they look so dynamic. Oh my gosh, do you know when they look striking? They look
Yes.
elegant.
Yes.
They look wow. In a different kind of way, but so beautiful. And you think, wow, I wish I could do that, but my hair doesn't have that kind of grayishness that can do that. So it's like the odd one, and it's not very nice gray on mine. But other people, I look at it and I
Pull it
think,
off.
wow,
Yeah.
I wish I had that kind of elegance. And you can see it. They also wear colors like you're wearing, that this charcoaly colors. Because I would imagine if you put like a beige or a neutral color on, it wouldn't be as flattering, is it?
No. I was just thinking about this. Even the green we talked about earlier, didn't we? That green actually is okay with this.
Yes,
You
because
know.
that's a little bit more
Yeah.
lively. But
Yeah.
like a camel or a
Yes.
taupe
Wouldn't
would be,
work.
it'd be like
Yeah. Yeah.
sucking the life out. So yeah.
But I think you've also said something else there too about confidence and elegance, and it's just like,
Yes.
if you can just practice those
Yeah.
skills, your gray hair becomes a expression of your inner beauty and your inner strength, and
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
I
But
think look to icons, look to people
yeah.
that you
Yeah.
think in them, and there are people out there that have this sort of elegant gray and salt and pepper and white hair. Even Helen Mirren, she's gotten a lot paler right now, and she looks amazing. But then again, she always has that definition in her eyes and her lips and her cheeks, so it all comes together and it gives you this wonderful look.
Yeah. So I think what
Yeah,
you're saying here is that when you get get gray hair, or you decide that you're going to embrace
yeah,
it, that there are some colors with the navies and the blues and the charcoal colors that really can accentuate your face, and to
yeah.
use your blush properly, and to use lipstick that maybe is a little bit darker than what you normally might wear, a little bit
A
more
bit bolder,
rich.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit bolder, and especially now that we're going into the autumn months, actually this is a great time to experiment, because you might feel a little bit too intimidated if it was the height of summer, because you think, oh, it's too bright outside. As we go into autumn, the light becomes lower and you can get away with a lot more things, so you can get it into your comfort zone already. And then come next spring, you'll be going, hey, this looks fabulous.
Do you have any products in your line that are specifically for gray hair? Or not specifically, but would work really well with gray hair?
We've got an eyeshadow palette called Riviera that looks absolutely sensational on grey hair. We've got two eyeshadows. One of the eyeshadows actually that you're wearing,
Yeah, the
Cosmic.
purple. Yeah. Oh, I
Oh,
love this. I
fabulous.
love this.
And then there's
Yeah.
another one called Gravity, which is a really charcoaly kind of grey eyeshadow, which looks amazing with the Mystic pencil. Oh, very lovely. Very
We'll put these
smart.
in. Yeah, we'll do an article with this
Yeah.
video, and I'll put these details in there so that people can check them out. Because I mean, I know we've talked a bit randomly about colors, but there are some specific combinations too that you put together that are really valuable. So
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good
Yeah.
to know. All right, Ariane. Well, one more wonderful piece of advice for the women are going gray and loving it. And thanks again for your time. Thank you.